right, so this is going to work out a lot better for you if you already know what these two pictures up here are. The Carpenter is close to you, and the opening to the Bob Newhart theme, we're going to talk about sus2 and sus4 chords. That would be, like, for example, C sus. Most people say C sustained. When I say most people, I mean most students who haven't said this in public, because you'd get mocked for that if you said that. So it's suspended is what SUS stands for, and that suspended just means that there's some kind of suspension that's happening. If this is a normal like C chord, that's the 1, the 3, and the 5. So the ways that you can suspend this chord is by taking the 1 up to the 2, and this would be a sus2 chord. So if you do that, then it resolves down to there, and that's a less compelling but pretty suspension, and it's not very suspenseful, because this chord right here already sounds pretty. You could just like end a song like that. Doesn't feel very suspenseful, but when you play that, it's a little bit resolved. The more suspenseful one is when you take the 3 of the chord up to the 4. That you definitely couldn't end a song like that. You need some kind of resolution, moving it back down to the 3. So taking the 3 up to the 4 is a sus4, or a suspended chord. This is just like a C suspended. If you just say suspended, you mean that one, because that's the only one that really creates any suspense. This thing right here sometimes is called a sus2, and it's a kind of a fake suspense thing that's there. That's the one that the Carpenters use on Close to You. So if we play this, that is suspended to resolved. Sounds like this. So that's what that is C suspended 2, or C add 2, C add 9. There's all kinds of ridiculous ways to write this out, but it's just a C chord with a 2. But if you wanted to play the same chord, but then move that 3 up to the 4, then we get the opening to the Bob Newhart Show, which is, by the way, one of the best sitcoms ever to have been created. And if you haven't seen the Bob Newhart Show, or haven't seen any of Bob Newhart's stand-up routine, then I don't know why you're wasting time studying stupid stuff like music. You should go spend some time watching some Bob Newhart. But anyway, this is the opening theme to his first smash hit awesome show, the Bob Newhart Show. Then later you have his spin-off, which is just called Newhart, and that is also fantastic. But again, maybe I'm preaching to the choir. Here we go.
Hello?
So that thing, that's a sus4. So that creates a lot of suspense. It definitely wants to come back to this, which is how they use that to go into the next section of the song. So anyway, it's actually the same exact chord for both of these. They both use C, so in the same key and in the same octave on the same instrument. How wonderful. One of them is using a sus2 chord, just a nice, pretty little sus2, and one of them is using the sus4 to create that actual suspense. Basically the same beginning to each of those songs. I hope you enjoyed that, and if not, go check out some Bob Newhart stand-up, because really, seriously, you're missing out. Love you. Good luck. Have fun.